Audio check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, AJ Town here live with the T Storm Chasers. We are currently watching multiple areas here where we do have some severe weather set up over the course of the next couple hours. Here is what we are currently watching. We are watching over the course of the next couple hours these systems that will be moving through the area that is going to bring us some tornadic activity. The areas there in red and in pink are where those tornado watches. Back in South Dakota, we are seeing that severe thunderstorm watch that is currently in effect for the area there as well. As we take a quick look down in Oklahoma area there, that pink area is an indication of seeing some what they call a PDS, a particular dangerous situation for a tornado watch. That is where we're going to see some of the largest tornado probabilities and also the largest tornadoes that will move through the area over the course of the next couple hours. We will continue to watch that and monitor that area as we are going to see that. As we move further back north there, that area in red unfortunately does include the Omaha area. We will see that area come in under, again, the risk of seeing some severe weather pushing through some tornadic activity, and portions north of there as well is under a tornado watch. As we go further back up here into the South Dakota region there, we are looking at that Pierre area and that area in yellow that is currently under that is currently under a severe thunderstorm watch. Now all these areas here are under that severe thunderstorm watch until, give me just a second here. The severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until, trying to get it pulled up here, in effect until 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we do have those tornado watches that are in effect further down south. As we go further down south here, this one is under a tornado watch until 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. They are saying a particularly dangerous situation with this as well, with the stronger tornadoes possible. We are looking at, actually, I'm sorry, I told you wrong. This one is until 11 p.m. Central Standard Time there. And then as we go back further north here, we are looking at those are in effect until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, the newest one that just came out here is that Omaha area there that is in effect until 11 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. As we go again back up into the South Dakota region there, we are under that severe thunderstorm watch until 8 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. Now, what are we looking at for development? What are we looking at, folks, over the next course of the next couple hours? We will jump into that here in just a minute and bring you that latest information as well. we will look at our model runs here. Real quick, let's jump into tornado warnings currently. There is one in effect down in that Kansas area that is moving in a northeasterly direction. We'll run into Great Bend and Clefin here later. That is just south of that I-70 corridor. As we do look at that severe thunderstorm warnings, though, we do have some up in South Dakota. We do have that one just to the west of the winter area that is making a northeasterly track. Let's go ahead and put our radar up on that one, and you can see just where that line is. Now, that doesn't look too impressive on radar. As we move back home there, we do see some storms that are developing as well down through the I-29 corridor. Sorry, I had one of our guys message me and say, hey, there's a problem with the stream. But I'm not seeing that on my end. I always use a third-party app on my phone so then I can kind of watch and monitor that to make sure there is no stream issues. But must be his connection. But we are starting to see some of that development here in the next couple hours is what we are watching with that. We don't expect to see much as far as severity with this system that is kind of popping up and bringing us those chances. Let's go ahead and shut off radar and shut off these severe thunderstorm warnings. Kind of watch, just give me just a second here. I want to mention this. So this is what they call a Storm Prediction Center outlook here. I gotta get rid of something. It's bugging me. Storm Prediction Center outlook is what we are currently looking at. As we do take a wide look at that, you can see that Sioux Falls area is in a moderate risk. To the south of us is in that slight risk, and to the west of the Sioux Falls area is even in a slight risk as well. Down in the Omaha area is under that slight risk. Further south you go, the greater the chance of seeing some of that severe weather is what we are looking at as well with that system. Down in that Oklahoma area there, you can see that severe, that pink area. That is going to be our greatest risk of seeing some of that severe weather. Large tornado outbreak is what we do expect to see down in that Oklahoma area over the course of the next couple of hours. Is what we do really expect to watch and develop here. As we take a quick look at your tornado risk for the area there as well, we do see again 30% chance down in that Oklahoma area, south of the Kansas area there. As we zoom back home here, you can see just south of that Sioux Falls area is under that 2% risk, and down into Sioux City area, Omaha areas under that 5% risk of seeing that. Now, what it currently appears that this system will be is more of a wind and hail event than of a tornadic event for our area, which is kind of good. But remember as well, a severe weather risk can also bring us that damaging wind, which could be just as deadly as a tornadic event as well. Let's go ahead and shut that off. I know a lot of you have that question of, dude, what time is this going to start moving through the area and what are we looking at? Let's go ahead and jump right into that and get that loaded here for you guys and see what we are looking at the latest model run here. And we will get this to load in just a quick second. All right, we have that loaded. I forget this internet is a little faster than my home internet. So as we do start to put things hour by hour here, we're going in that 4 o'clock time frame. We are starting to see some of that development as well in the Sioux Falls area there. You can see this development of a line that is starting to pop up as well. A couple things that we are going to have to watch for in this area of sporadic development is a quick pop-up shower or thunderstorm that will possibly create some severe weather risk as well. our concern right now, again, going into the next couple hours, is going to be this line right through here that will continue to progress its way east, northeastward. And that's going to be a wind event is what we are seeing with that. Greatest chance on that. So that's why I did mention that concern coming into the evening there of seeing some of those severe weather risk as well. Sorry, I'm getting some guys on our team that are commenting about my stream and having some difficulties, but I'm watching it on a third-party app and I'm not having any issues, so I'm not really sure what's going on. But as we go into that 6 o'clock hour, we can start to see those pop-up showers become more frequently. And then about that 7:05, between that 6:30 and 7:30 time frame, we are going to start to see that development of that line start to continue to progress its way eastward and move into that Sioux Falls area about that 7 o'clock time frame, and then continue to progress its way eastward. Now, those of you that are asking, what about this area? What about this area? Find yourself on the map. Again, Sioux Falls area is right here. So those of you that are asking for that Sioux Falls area, you can kind of figure out where we are from there. And then as we do continue to progress this area here, we'll watch this area as it does continue to progress its way eastward into the overnight hours and bringing us that wind event into the overnight hours as well, seeing that severe weather risk come through that overnight. So we are going to continue to monitor that. We are going to continue to see that threat of some of that severe weather, and we are going to continue to monitor that as that does go into the next course of the next couple hours here. Again, we'll kind of put things back into motion here for you guys and kind of watch this time. Again, that's about that 5 o'clock time frame. About that 6 o'clock time frame, it starts to move into that Yankton area. About between that 6 and 7, we are right around that Vermilion area, moving into the I-29 corridor. About that 8 o'clock time frame, moving into Minnesota and Iowa. Then as we go into the next hour here, we are seeing that continually to progress its way eastward, bringing us our chances of seeing some of that heavy rain. Now, we do have a chance of seeing some rain. Sorry here, just trying to see if I can find the tab that gives us the... I can't find it now. Of course I can't. All right, so we kind of got that timing figured out here. Now let's take a quick look again of our current radar system as we take a look at the national map here. We do see just that large coverage area that we are seeing tornado warnings. These are actually severe thunderstorm warnings. I got to get that changed here. Give me just a quick second. There we go. That area there, you just can see how large this system is going to be and really impact the area. I do see the severe thunderstorm watch is pink and it's supposed to be yellow, so I do apologize there with that. There we go. And tornado watch is red. And PDS stays purple. There we go. All right, that is a look at the wide look at that system just how much this is impacting from Bismarck, North Dakota, all the way south there as well. Again, we are going to continue to watch the system continually to progress eastward. Or the course of the next couple hours, we do have, again, that seeing that line of development continue to produce its way eastward and bring us our chances of seeing some of that severe storm with that wind being the primary issue with this. You can already start to see some of that development right in this neck of the woods there. We can already start seeing some of that development of that line of that's going to be producing that wind chances. Let's go ahead and shut that off. Let's jump back to our model run again. We'll get that loaded one more time here because I do see some of you are watching and are like, hey, what about this time? What about this? What about this? We'll jump into this here again real quick. As we do put the model run into play here, we are going to go that 5 o'clock time frame. We do start to see that really start to pick up speed and move its way, progress its way eastward. We do start to see that bow with that as well. And give me a second here. I'm having a technical glitch with it. There we go. So as we do continue to watch this and progress it, I forgot to do something here and I do apologize. Check, check. All right, there we go. As we do continue to watch and kind of progress this area here, you can see this line of storms that are really developing right through this in the neck of the woods. Now, again, back home in the Sioux Falls area is where we are seeing that greatest threat of some of that pop-up showers is right through this neck of the woods. However, again, this line that is pushing down through this area is going to continue to progress its way east-northeastward. It'll continue to move its way north-northeastward and going to bring us that chance coming into the Sioux Falls area here on that next little slide. As we do continue to watch that progress, we will continue to see this push off in a northeasterly direction and bring us that chance of seeing some of that wind and hail chances continuing to increase. Now, as we go into that next slide here, you are going to see continue to see how that cell did continue to progress its way east-northeastward and really produce that line, that bow right through this area as it does come into the Sioux Falls area. So what we do expect to see is this to become a real big wind event. Right behind it, we'll continue to progress its way northeastward and creating, you can see that bow that it's starting to create on this future scan. And that's one concern that we have coming into the next couple hours is going to be those winds. So these winds that we currently have out there now are just kind of with that front that's coming through the area. But we are going to continue to watch that, and it's going to continue to increase that chance of seeing some. We'll go to the next slide here and explain it a little more in detail as well. There at the next slide, you can see just that line that is going to continue now to progress and move its way into the northwest Iowa area and southwest Minnesota area, and even into the upper west central portions of Minnesota, and continue to produce this line all the way down south. Now you can see again that bow line that is moving into now that Minnesota area as well and into Iowa. That'll continue to progress its way east, northeastward, and going to seeing some of that development out there. Now as we watch this development out here in the western portions of South Dakota, that's going to be more of a rain event. We don't expect much of severe weather with that coming in the next course of the next couple hours. However, we do expect to see some heavy rain with this system. Now back home again, we are watching this as that'll continue to progress its way east, northeastward, and that's going to be becoming kind of concerns as we come into the next couple hours here. Right now, this latest model run is as of 7:30. You just can see how quick that moved out of that area and into the Iowa And you can continue to see there as we do go to that next slide that we are continuing to see that line of bowing all the way down into that Kansas area, down into the Oklahoma, and all the way up into that North Dakota area as well. So that is something that is, again, that area right through here where we're going to see some damaging wind and hail with that primary threat as we come into the next couple hours, as this does continue to progress its way east northeastward. Then as we go into the next couple hours here, we do expect to see some of this continue, again, to progress its way east northeastward and really impact that area. That'll continue to move its way east northeastward, and then we will see that move out of the I-35 corridor overnight and into the morning, and then that will continue to progress its way east northeastward. Again, right around that 7 o'clock time frame is when we start to really watch that move through the Sioux Falls area. Between that 7 and 8 o'clock time frame is something that we are watching very, very closely for that system that will continue to progress its way east northeastward and into our area right around that between that 7 to 8 o'clock time frame. Now, those of you that are just west of the Sioux Falls area, we do expect to see that start to move through between that 6:30 and 7 o'clock, 7:15 time frame. Is what we are watching with that. And then as we go into, again, later that evening between that 7 and 8 o'clock time frame is when we expect to see that heavier band of wind and storm systems progress through the area as well. So we will continue to monitor this. We will have our weather center staffed. I know Braden is back home in Elk Point, but does have the capability of bringing you guys the latest weather information live as well. So we will definitely continue to watch this system as it does progress. Again, as we come into this evening, we do have many severe thunderstorm watches that are in effect all the way from North Dakota all the way down into the Texas Panhandle. There is what we are seeing with that right now. Don't let your guard down. We are starting to see some of this development starting to come into the area. Let's go ahead and bring up our latest radar track here. We are seeing some of this rain showers starting to produce through the area. Don't think, hey, this is going to be that main event. That main event, again, is going to move through the area about that between 6:30 and 8:30 time frame for that basically 281 to Highway 59 in the area. So we do, again, expect the Sioux Falls area right around the 8 o'clock time frame. And we do expect, again, to continue to watch this progress. Highway 81 corridor, right around that 6:30, 7 o'clock time frame. And again, we will continue to monitor this and watch it build. We will have our weather center staffed and capability of doing lives right away. So as severe weather starts to break, we'll continue to bring you guys the latest information. Stay with T Storm Chasers as we do continue to monitor your severe weather. We will break in live as necessary, and we will continue to watch. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Have a great night.